What's up? Welcome back to the channel, Sworn Family Fitness and Financials. My name is D or Darnell. I prefer D. It's a lot easier. Um, but welcome back to the channel. I want to say thanks for all the support. It looks like I'm gonna have to give out that cash a lot sooner than I thought I would. Maybe I should have put it at 100 subscribers because I got that 50 really quick. Just thank you. Hey, comment down below if you want to see me do just a $150 giveaway, or should I do like two $25 giveaways? Or I'm thinking about doing a $50 giveaway and a $25 giveaway. I know y'all gonna say 50 and 25, but let me know. The most important thing is, should it be one winner or should it be two winners? The amount, I'll figure that part out on my own. But yeah, let me know. Would you guys prefer it be one winner or two winners? Either way. Also, listen, man, I'm back to back with the white tee. I'm kind of lazy. I apologize. Doing this YouTube thing, and I'm not a guy that likes to get dressed every single day. So I apologize. I'll do better. But yeah, I've been really lazy. My wife hates when I wear, just a regular t-shirt. But yeah, I just wasn't in the mood to get dressed today. I also want to talk about real quick refinancing before I get into the content of this video. Obviously, I haven't even decided what I'm going to title it yet, but y'all know I like to make my titles a little clickbait-ish. Sometime, not all the time, but sometime I'll do a little clickbait-ish. But I just want to show you guys. We refinanced our home a few months back, and when you do it properly, you can avoid paying what's called interest days on your loan, right? So I'm going to do a refinance video in the very near future. But if you look right up in here, it'll show you that I actually paid, or I actually got paid $108 of, what is it called? Interest days on my refinance. Typically, people tell you, it doesn't matter when you refi, it doesn't matter the day of the month that you refi, and it actually does, because they charge you interest days. And I'm not going to get too deep into that right now, but I'm going to make a video about that in the future. I just wanted you guys to see that I actually got a credit of $108, right? I always like to have proof for everything that I talk about. So when we went to do our refi, I actually got a credit of $108 instead of them charging me a fee for what's called interest days while your loan is going through, and the amount of time or the amount of days that's left in the previous month, or the current month, I should say, that you go ahead and do your refinance. Also, a lot of you may not know, I actually happen to be a basketball coach. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Coach Jay, we coach together. My guy, Coach Jay, he also, my ring light's making it pretty bright. I'm gonna get up in there, but yeah, Coach Jay, what's up? I want to send you a quick shout out and send a shout out to all my boys. It's been a while since we've been able to capture a championship. Hopefully, once everything opens back up, we can put it all together and bring home a title. But the point of this video, right? Let me go ahead and get right in. Is to talk about why it's important to make bi-weekly payments instead of monthly mortgage payments, and the benefits. To me, there's really only pros. There are no cons, right? I have always made bi-weekly payments on my mortgage, and it has helped me out tremendously. And without further ado, I'll just say the number one reason. Hey, listen, I actually came prepared with some notes today. I'm trying to be a little more professional for everybody out there, and make sure I'm giving out good facts. But yeah, the number one reason to do bi-weekly payments instead of paying just your regular monthly mortgage is that you build up equity faster. So when you do monthly mortgage payments, you're paying 12 months, right? You pay one mortgage payment every single month. But when you do bi-weekly payments, you make 26 payments over the year. And that just means you're making a half a payment every 2 weeks, or yeah, you're making a half a payment every 2 weeks, or you're making a mortgage payment literally every 2 weeks. And your lender should allow you to pick the day that, so if you want to make your mortgage payment on a Wednesday, a Thursday, or a Friday, your mortgage lender should be fine with that. But what it will do is come out every 2 weeks, literally, and once a year, maybe twice a year. I don't remember exactly. I know once a year for sure. There's gonna be a month where you actually make three mortgage payments, right? And that's the key to this whole thing is when you make 26 mortgage payments, when you're making those bi-weekly payments, what you're essentially doing is making one yearly mortgage payment extra, right? So instead of making 12 mortgage payments a year, you're actually making 13 mortgage payments a year, right? So that's the number one key benefit of making bi-weekly payments. The second thing is you end up paying less interest, right? Because if you're paying an additional mortgage payment every single year, that means you're paying off your loan faster. So that in turn is going to save you a minimum um, interest, right? You're gonna pay minimum interest. So say on a $200,000 loan, if you were to do bi-weekly payments, you would save $19,000 on your loan. Literally, you would. I mean, and to some people that may not sound like a lot of money, but I would much rather keep $19,000 than to pay it to somebody else if I don't have to, right? Um, the other reason is if you put less than 20% down on your down payment when you went to buy your house, you are going to be charged what's called PMI, right? PMI is private mortgage insurance for those that don't know, right? And in order to get rid of PMI, you have to actually have 20% down in your home. And so you typically carry that PMI for about 5 years on average, right? 5.5 years. So if you're paying if you're paying biweekly payments, you're gonna get the equity up faster, which means in turn you'll drop the PMI a lot sooner. And then just some quick tips that I wrote down here. When you have PMI, you literally have to write your lender in order to have them drop it, right? So a couple things could happen with the PMI. Your property, the property value obviously raises, but and I don't predict that we're going to have the raises that we've seen in property values over the last 5 to 7 years, or even 5 to 8 years. But naturally the purpose of buying a property is because they naturally increase in value. So you can have something happen and where in every market's going to be different, but you can increase the property value will increase in addition to you making principal pay down that can help you get to that 20% mark a lot faster. But whenever you do reach it, you want to write to your lender, and or well, let me say this first. You want to write to your lender and ask them to make sure that they're dropping your PMI. But what they'll do is have somebody come out and appraise your house, right? And you usually have to pay that. I think it's about $250, $300. Everywhere is going to be a little bit different, but it's not going to be like a refinance that's going to cost you thousands of dollars, but you will have to pay for that appraisal, right? So you tell your lender, hey, I think the property values have gone up around here. I've also paid down the principal, and they'll have somebody come out appraise your home, and in a few days, not a few days, in a few weeks to maybe a month max, they should get back to you and let you know whether or not they're going to be able to drop the PMI. Another thing you can do is what we did before we decided to refinance our home a few years ago. So we just refinanced about 3 months ago, but about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because we didn't have 20% to put down when we purchased our home. We had to have PMI. So once we got to a spot where we had saved up enough money, and we always make biweekly payments, and we would pay a little extra principal every month on our mortgage, because our goal was to have our home paid off in 5 years. But what we did was, once we got to about $10,000 saved up away from that 20% down, we took and called our lender and said, hey, we want to make a $10,000 principal payment, which will then bring us, over that 20% mark. And we want to have you guys send somebody out to reappraise our home. And we would like to have the PMI drop. So we were able to get it dropped, I don't know, 2.5 years, after we moved into after we purchased our home, just by constantly making our mortgage payments on time, and making extra principal payments, right? Now, there is one caveat to that, to dropping the PMI, is you have to have, I think it's 24 months, 12 months, 12 or 24 months. I'm pretty sure it's 12 months of no late payments, and 24 months of like no 60-day late payments, but essentially you can't have late payments. Now, every lender may be different. The laws may be different, varying from state to state. I'm a guy on YouTube. Let me say that. I'm a guy on YouTube. I'm speaking from experience, and just my own personal research. And I know these things are possible, but you always want to check with your lender and get information, right? Ask questions, right? Also, I forgot to say in the beginning of the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turning on that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Even if you're feeling extra nice, share the video and help it get out to as many people as possible. I do really appreciate that. So yeah, the other thing that you can do is make extra principal payments, even if it's $50 or $100. That'll help you build up that equity in your home and help you get to that 20% mark a lot faster. That way you can have the PMI removed, right? Number 4, it makes it easier to budget. So instead of making, $1,000 or a $2,000 monthly mortgage payment every month on the first of the month, you can stretch that out between 2 pay periods, and that'll give you more room in your budget all throughout the month, to work. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's another key thing, is when it comes to budgeting, we don't always, especially with the current pandemic that's going on, people being furloughed and things like that. Maybe one week you don't work as many hours as you did, the previous week, or, things just may be difficult for you. So it can definitely help you when it comes to tightening up your budget. And if you don't budget, I really, really suggest that you budget, because you're never gonna become financially free or be able to become wealthy or just get out of that phase of living paycheck to paycheck if you're not budgeting. And this is the main reason I personally believe a lot of people go into debt, because they don't know how much money they have coming in compared to how much money they have going out. They just know, okay, I got a check coming in, let me pay this and this, and then they go on to just live in their regular life. So that's another thing. It helps you budget. It helps your budget. It helps you work out your budget a lot easier. And then the fifth thing is paying off your mortgage faster, right? That's the number one key for me, because as I told you, just by doing this, if you have a $200,000 loan and you go into weekly payments, you're gonna save yourself $19,000 in interest and pay off your loan 5 years and 2 months early. So you're gonna pay off your loan in 25 years and 10 months just by implementing this strategy right here. Literally. And the only thing you have to do, it doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to do anything different with your bank account. You just call up your lender, or you can go online if your lender has that option on their online site to literally just change the settings for your payments from monthly to bi-weekly. Or you have to call your lender up directly and say, hey, I would like to be rolled in to bi-weekly payments. And the greatest thing about mortgages is there are no prepayment penalties. And again, you want to check with your lender and make sure that there are no prepayment penalties for paying down your mortgage or paying off your mortgage early. But I'm 99% sure there are no prepayment penalties on any mortgage. But that's the number one key. Is everybody knows your biggest debt is always the home. And if you can pay off your home 5 years early, or you add a few extra dollars a month, or even a few $100s a month, instead of doing some leisure things, and you can pay off your house 10 years early, why would you not want to do that? It just logically makes all the sense in the world to me. So let's see, what else do I have here? I mean, I have some other things that I wanted to touch on, but I don't want to make this video too long. Hopefully this information was useful to you. Again, if you like the content that I create and you would like to see more, please don't forget, again, to turn on that notification bell. But more importantly, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, let me know what kind of videos you would like to see in the future, let me know what you think about this background, right? This is my office space, and as always, I appreciate you guys for checking me out. Tune in, I have a lot more coming, and I'll catch you on the next one.